Coming up on this week's Falcon Fever, basketball season is in full gear as the men's team faced off with Tuskegee University Tuesday night. Find out how they fared and what's next for the team.
The women's basketball team was also in action Tuesday as they played host to Falcon University. We'll recap the highlights and check in with the team.
And the cross-country season has come to an end. See how one Falcon set a new record and ended her senior season on a high note. These stories and more on this week's Falcon Fever. Back to Falcon Fever. I'm Michael Artris. We're back after taking a relaxing break off for Thanksgiving.
And I'm Casey Beasley. We hope you had a refreshing time as well. But now we're back, and Michael is fuller than ever. However, we have some catching up to do. Since we last saw you, let's tip off with men's basketball.
The men traveled to South Carolina November 17th, where they fell to Anderson University 69-65 in a rematch of last season's NCAA Division II Southeast Region Championship game. The Trojans closed the game with an 11-0 run to escape with the come-from-behind victory. Senior Drico Hightower led the Falcons with 17 points on 8 of 8 shooting from the floor. The Falcons returned home to Bank Trust Arena November 20th to pull the 92-79 victory over Tennessee Wesleyan College in a non-conference game. The Falcons picked up the 13-point win despite the Bulldogs' 45% shooting from beyond the arc. Sophomore Teron Brown led the Falcons with a career-high 22 points and 12 assists as he posted his first double-double of the season. Senior Drico Hightower joined Brown with a double-double. On November 27th, the men battled against Tuskegee University at Bank Trust Arena. Senior forwards Drico Hightower and Marvin Fitzgerald each posted a double-double to lead the men's basketball team to an 82-66 win. Hightower led the Falcons with 22 points and grabbed 10 rebounds in the win. The Falcons returned to action December 1st with a trip to Tuscaloosa to face Stillman College. The game will tip off at 7:30 p.m. on the Shelton State Community College campus. The men will then travel to Tuskegee in a rematch of the November 27th game.
On the women's side, the Falcons played 4 games since our last show. The ladies played strong over the Thanksgiving break, posting a 2-2 record over that span. First, the Falcons hosted UAH for Montevelo's home opener. The Falcons, led by sophomore Taylor Beverly, had 18 points and played hard, but they fell to the Chargers 90-74. The women then traveled to North Alabama on the 17th, fighting hard to win in overtime, 72-69. Beverly posted her first double-double of the season, finishing with 22 points and 12 rebounds to lead the Falcons. Montevelo then traveled to West Georgia on the 20th, where they won 67-55, again led by Taylor Beverly with 19 points, while freshman Jacqueline Thompson added 13 points off the bench. On November 27th, the Falcons returned home to host Faulkner University Eagles. The Falcons fell 73-55. Despite a huge comeback in the second half, trailing by 18 at the half, the Falcons tied the game in the second half, but were unable to stay with the Eagles. The Falcons were led by junior Alexis Brown with 15 points. Next, the Falcons host Stillman University on December 1st at 1:30. Then Shorter University on December 6th.
On the 16th, the volleyball team took on Augusta State University in a Peach Belt Conference tournament quarterfinal match on the Flagler College campus. The women had a late comeback attempt, but could not overcome a slow start, losing the match 3-1. Junior Michelle Carl led the Falcons with 14 kills, followed by junior Magniotti, who had 13. Junior Kaylee Harvey finished with a career-high 5 service aces to go along with a team-high 27 digs in the match.
Switching gears to cross country. Standout runner Kaylee Glover wrapped up the season November 17th in Joplin, Missouri at the NCAA Division II National Championship 6K race, and she ended the season by setting a new school record. Glover finished the 6K time with the fastest time in school history, placing 119th out of 249 runners. She earned a spot in the race after winning the NCAA Division II Southeast Regional Individual Championship. Out of the 10 fastest 6K times in Montevelo women's cross-country history, Glover owns 5 of them. She started the season by coming in second in individual standings in the Peach Belt Conference Championship race, October 20th. She then took the Southeast Region title November 3rd. Glover is the United States Track and Field Cross-Country Cross Country Association NCAA Division II Southeast Region Athlete of the Year. She is also part of Montevella's first ever women's track and field team in the spring. Now it's time for our feature Athlete of the Week.
Jolyn Hanna joins us in the studio.
Hi guys. This week's featured athlete is cheerleader Carly Laing. Carly's hometown is Cordova, Alabama, and she's a junior here at UM. She's also one of our fellow Mass Comm students. When I talked to her last night, she told me that a lot of people might not realize how much work goes into being a cheerleader. They have to practice just as much as any other athlete, plus perform difficult stunts like tossing people in the air and tumbling, all with a smile on their faces. Why did you choose the University of Montevallo?
Well, I ended up getting full scholarship here through academics and all, and ended up just being financially, I guess, the best choice for me. And I'm really glad that I picked it because I've enjoyed my time here.
Why did you choose to be a Mass Comm major?
Well, I wanted to, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what I wanted to do. I just wanted to work in the entertainment industry, and whether it be behind the scenes or on camera, so I just figured this would be my best way to go about getting into television.
Now, do you feel like you get the credit you deserve, or you and your fellow cheerleaders, do you feel like you get the credit you deserve as athletes?
There's always been that controversy of our cheerleaders athletes or not, but I think, our job is to support the basketball team, and as long as we're doing that, I feel like then we're doing our job.
Now, I know a lot of people don't realize how skilled you guys are as athletes, as cheerleaders. What do you want to say about that?
Well, it does take a lot more than what it looks like. It's more than just dancing and smiling on the sidelines. You got to be very strong. We're putting girls in the air that way as much as I do, and to do all that, you got to have skill and a certain technique to go about doing it, and there's just a lot more to it than what it looks like.
Thank you, Carly Laing, our featured athlete of the week. If you have any suggestions for our last featured athlete of the week for the semester, just let us know.
That brings us to our fan of the week. This week's fan is Alexis Craig.
Alexis is a senior here at Montevallo and will be graduating in December. She loves to watch Falcon Fever to keep up with her favorite UM sports. Now, for more UM sports, you can get in on all of the action of Falcon Fever on YouTube through social media. You can watch current and past episodes of Falcon Fever on YouTube. Just search for Montevallo for you.
Also, add us as a friend on Facebook. There you'll find links to sports stories throughout the week and live updates from the games. You can also leave a comment, talk about recent games, or give a shout out to your favorite UM athlete.
You can also follow us on Twitter. Just search for UM Falcon Fever, and if you do, leave us a comment or tweet at us. We might just give you a shout out on our next show.
And last but not least, get extended UM sports coverage on MontevalloFalcons.com. There you'll find team rosters, live stats, pictures, and more.
Now, one of our fans submitted a photo to us last week, and we just wanted to see if you recognize any of these young faces.
I have no idea who that is.
I don't either. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show. I'm Michael Archers.
And I'm Casey Beasley. Thanks for joining us.